Good evening, everyone. First of all, in case you're wondering, this is just to record the audio so we get good audio. Obviously, not the speaker, my team speaker. For my voice, which tend to be weak, but for these guys, I'm sure you won't have a problem. So my name is Fadi. I am the community manager at Seeqnce. You have almost the entire Seeqnce team behind you, but you don't have to stare at them. It's okay, they're very shy. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm very happy to see you, all of you here. It's always heartwarming to have a full house at Seeqnce. We have familiar faces, but you also have new faces. So this shows that the community in Lebanon is dynamic, regardless of what all the cynics like to say. So that's a good thing. And that's something we always work on very hard at Seeqnce. We've done technology presentations, we've done Naked Startup series where startups talk about their mistakes, hence the term Naked Startup. And tonight we have a Startup Launch series, the first edition of the Startup Launch series. And this is very exciting. This is what basically Seeqnce really works hard to get as much of in Lebanon, which is that people decide, find an interesting concept, find a market that is valuable, and say, you know what, let's quit our jobs and let's do it. And this is what today's co-founders did, Haytham, Khoja, and Amine, Atallah. Basically, they identified that there is a strong need for e-commerce in Lebanon. And they're like, you know what, let's study it, let's quit our jobs, and let's move on and do it. And you know what, they've done it. They have Mizalla.com, it is live, and it already has customers. And that's the interesting thing about tonight's presentation, is that they have gone live, and in the short amount of time that they have been live, and they will tell you about this a bit later, they have learned a lot. They have learned about the market, learned about the specifics of selling things in Lebanon, learned about the customers, etc., and they are adapting it as we speak, and they'll be announcing more of that. So this is all very exciting. So I'm sure you're all wondering, well, if this is so exciting and he's so excited, why is he still talking? So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm very happy to introduce and to present to you Haytham, presenting this, starting with the presentation, and Mizalla.com. Yeah.
Hi. First of all, I want to thank Seeqnce a lot, actually. I want to take a moment to speak on behalf of Mizalla about Seeqnce. Seeqnce, actually, they helped us in many ways. In some ways, they have no idea that they actually helped us. And this is good. It's a good thing. Seeqnce is very active. And I mean, at least for this to say, it's like it's a chance for anyone with an innovative idea to come, share his idea, and guess what? If it works, it works. Seeqnce would be there for them. If it doesn't, then maybe there's going to be a new idea in the future. So first of all, I mean, at the end of this, I want to thank you guys at Seeqnce for cheers.
Yeah, we love you too.
So actually, I'm going to speak about Mizalla today. Mizalla is a weird idea. In fact, many of you might think that it's a simple, straightforward idea. Okay, we have some stuff that we want to sell online, and we're doing it. But in fact, it's harder than this, and it's a bit more tricky than simply having a few things to sell online. So I'm going to start with the past. The team at Mizalla, actually, we come from almost the same background. We're all geeks. We've been in the Gulf, in the States, in Europe, and we always knew that in Lebanon, things happen, but it takes 3 to 4 years to make it happen. I mean, things, if they happen in the States, you will see it happen here after 3 or 4 years. It's always the same. It's not only in Lebanon, it's also in the entire region. So when we thought of the idea for Mizalla, I was in Saudi Arabia working with STC, Zain, and these guys. It was a very boring job. I was getting paid. I was working a lot. Hard work for some people that, I mean, I was employed at the end of the day. So we decided that, hey guys, we saved some cash, truthfully, and how about we use this cash to start something. So in fact, what we did, we sat down one day over Skype. We were 3 people over Skype, and we thought we just threw words, and these are the words. You know, for example, the word cloud. Cloud is a silly word actually. The word cloud is a recent word, but in fact, it was there since forever. You know, the word cloud, business platform, e-commerce, Middle East, North Africa, online shopping, Amazon, mall, dedication, consultancy, so on and so forth. These are the words that we threw at each other, and we decided, hey, let's try to find out if we can merge and think of an idea that shares. So actually, what happened is that we thought of an idea, because actually, in what I'm interested in personally is a term called managed service. Managed service is when someone gives a company, like a company, the ability to work for them in a way that, I mean, you will sell a service, but the service is going to be taken care of from A to Z. So the idea was to merge, a concept which is available online already since very early internet, and try to apply it in the Middle East region. But we knew that it's going to be much harder because people, I mean, we lack a lot of knowledge still, we lack a lot of will. So we decided, hey, let's not only be a business, but let's help businesses with us. So this is where, how Mizalla started to be. So I'm going to explain Mizalla in a few words. Mizalla is a platform, actually. We sell a platform where stores, small and medium stores, can open an online shop on Mizalla. You can think of it as Facebook / eBay. In what term is that? As Facebook, you have one design, one layout. And eBay, you're able to, for example, to sell, to have a store and you sell your stuff online. So the idea was to help these small stores. I mean, by small, I mean like a store that has three branches or more, and have them share with us their sales, and see if there's a way we can increase the sales and create a new channel where they will be able to increase their sales. So Mizalla, as I said, we are a mall. In fact, stores can open their online stores at Mizalla, but the difference is that we do the entire work for the stores. They don't have to do absolutely anything. So to start Mizalla, we need some requirements. So, I mean, data. Do we have data in the Middle East for sales online, e-commerce, statistic, and knowledge? There are a few. The trust would you actually pay for anything online if the website is Lebanese? And how much are you able to pay online? Can you pay things that are above $100, $1,200? The question that was also important is that if there were a fair trade in Lebanon or in the Middle East in region. And mostly, I mean, what's important as well is the prices, because I mean, we all know that prices in the region is much more than outside. So to answer these 5 requirements with a simple word, no, there was none of this. The data we found was limited, extremely limited. Trust, we didn't, I mean, I tried many times to buy online from a Lebanese site, and it was risky for me. The prices were extremely high, and the sites looked horrible. I mean, we saw some websites that were completely, it was a mess, to say the least. So we decided that, okay, we can do better. So to explain Mizalla and what we do, let's put ourselves in the mindset of a store owner. A store owner in the region is a bit old. He's not really that much into internet, to social media and such. So he's gonna come to you and tell you, hi, I sell stuff and I want to sell that stuff online. But the idea is I have no idea how to start, where to start, and why. I mean, what I always try to do is I always there are the how, why, the what, and the where. So mainly, a lot of people tried. You know, they are interested to hear, okay, this store is selling online. I'm gonna start to sell online as well. So actually, a lot of people tried to come up with an online store in the region, but most failed. For a simple reason, it took a lot of time, and they were extremely limited. So what we did is we took like a step forward. But in few words, and in as simple as I can tell, Mizalla works this way. We create an online store for you inside Mizalla. We add what we do is the store owner shares stuff he wants to sell online. We make sure that everybody knows about it online, on social media. We make sure that the website is easy enough and the user experience is neat, and the keyword here is neat. We try to make our website as neat as possible and as easy as possible to help users find what they want. We take care of the fulfillment, and at the end of the day, the store owner will only have to worry about receiving his payment. So in fact, we took the part of making the store owner do the entire work, and we're doing it for him. So what I said earlier is as follows. If Mizalla.com is a platform where you have hundreds of stores, and these stores, I mean, we don't sell one type of things. We have clothes to electronics, laptops, accessories, so on and so forth. So if you take an example of, if you are looking for jeans from Levi's, for example, you will stumble upon things that you didn't really thought about checking out. At the end of the day, the store wants to sell. He doesn't care how. And the purpose of selling online is to be, with the times. I mean, everybody is online now. Facebook is everywhere, and I mean, it's the next big thing, as we all know. So, I mean, you will say to me, okay, Mizalla, okay, fine, it's okay. But in simple words, what I want to share with you is why it will work and why it's good for stores. First of all the stores, they want to share one place. If you go to ABC, for example, you can think of it as a mall, as a platform where stores can open a place, even if they won't sell a lot. Being there is important for them. Sharing the place, sharing the experience with the rest of the store is very important for them. So in fact, like I said, since Mizalla is not only a software, Mizalla is also services. By that I mean there is minimal overhead for the store owners. The store owner, the management doesn't have to do anything, absolutely anything. And it's faster to market. If every single store wants to run his own online store, it will take him, or each of them, a lot of time. We try to make everything that's available to be sold on Mizalla as easy. I mean, like I said earlier, the user experience was very important for us. Trying to guide the user to reach what he wants was very important for us. So this is very important actually, because a lot of times when you're searching for any product and you don't find it in that store, you close the site and you just leave. Now, a very important part of Mizalla is actually as follows. If every single store is going to do his own website, first of all, it's going to take him a lot of time. It's going to take him a lot of money. And plus, specialized people will come to his store. So let's say I want to buy a new pair of jeans. If I don't know that Levi's has a store in Lebanon, if I don't know that he has a store in Lebanon that sells online, if I don't know that this store sells online and they can accept credit cards, if I also don't know that I can shop and pay on the door, then I wouldn't know that Levi's has a web store in selling online. What I'm trying to say is as follows: we try to have as store. I mean, the idea is to have traffic, a lot of traffic, where people, if they don't know that this store has a place online, he will actually find out. It will be very easy for him to stumble upon the store. And the cost is minimal. I'm going to talk about how cheap it will be for every single store to open a store at Mizalla, and how it's going to be very expensive for him to actually do it in his home. So, okay, still, this is fine. Mizalla, it's a good idea, okay. But still, why Mizalla? Well, the exposure by itself is a big thing. First of all, you're opening a new branch online. So in fact, you can see that you have a store in ABC, in Hamra, Verda, and in Mizalla. And people from around Lebanon will be able to shop from your store without actually knowing that you even existed in the first place. A lot of small and medium stores have specific clients, and these clients could. So the idea is you can increase your sales by introducing new clients the easy way, actually. So to explain this is a graph that has been done after a lot of research. So So actually, we talked with the big guys. Like we talked with Atallah, and Atallah, and these guys. And we asked them the following question: if you want to do your own store and sell online and manage it, such and such. So the question was, how long will it take you? And the answer was really almost the same with everybody. In fact, it will take them 1 year to build a website which is good. It will take them 1 year to run the operations. But they wasted 1 whole year of sales online. So in fact, because as many of you know already, that a software to make it from scratch is a bit tricky and it means it's time. So management at the beginning is very interested and excited. After 2 quarters, when management would notice that making this site is taking a lot of time, they will get less interesting. It's going to become like, okay, that was a good idea in the past. And the problem, what we realized is that most Lebanese websites and websites in the Arab region started a service like Mizalla. They didn't wait because to have a brand for yourself, you need time. People thought that after 1 year I didn't have any sales, I'm going to close down. And it happened with a lot of sites in the past. So knowing this, and knowing that they can be up and running online after 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum, since the operation is the entire work in the back is already working and running, they only need to sign with us, and after 2 or 3 weeks will be on Mizalla, and they're gonna and the idea is that they actually don't have to wait an entire year with losses and a lot of investment in the beginning. They will be able to see the sales increase very quickly. So Mizalla, like I said, is a platform. We create stores online. We have the cart where this is straightforward. But a feature that I've been working on for the past 2 months is a very smart search engine. And by very smart, I mean trying to come up with how people know or don't know how to type for the things that they are searching for. For example, if you don't know how to spell HP, for example, if you don't know how to spell any brand, let's say Panasonic, okay, Panasonic, it will help you, and the smart way. We try to make it, we try to incorporate the way people speak English in Arabic, you know, the Panasonic with a D, for example. And I mean, you know what? It worked. It took a lot of time. But it's working, and it will be in 2 to 3 weeks to be online. The social media integration is important. People, store owners, they heard of Facebook recently in Egypt. You know, like where did it happen? The Arab Spring. It happened in Tunis, for example, and everybody was talking about Facebook, and Twitter. And guess what? They don't even know what it is. The idea of showing their products on these platforms without the hassle of understanding how to sell on these platforms is a plus. I'm going to give an example of a brand in Lebanon that had a recent social media campaign and social ad campaign, Google ad campaign, Atallah. I'm the kind of person who blocks ads extensively. I hate ads, I don't look at ads, I don't click on ads. But somehow, I still had Zata was it as everywhere I used to go. I don't know how. But guess what? It made me click on their banners for one simple reason, because I knew that the brand was Lebanese, and I was interested just because of that fact. If you tell stores, and if stores understand that if they put their brands and their name and their products online, people in Lebanon will click no matter what. I mean, it happened to me, it happened to a lot of people. And since everybody's on Facebook, I mean, the job that we do, every single brand we have, every single store we have, will have a social media interface where they'll be able to advertise what they have. They will be able to sell more. They will be able to actually talk with their clients online, and this is very important nowadays. We also have at Mizalla, we're dealing with a highly secured platform for processing credit cards via bank Audi. And this was important because we tried the big guys, and we decided that since a Lebanese guy knows the brand Bank Audi, this is important. He would trust it more than let's say, I don't remember the names right now, but I mean, this was important. So the fact that we made it as localized as possible was a big plus for us. The stores will also have in the system a way to see in real time how many people are visiting their stores. And for this, we worked with Hoopra. For those of you who know Hoopra or don't know Hoopra actually, Hoopra is a startup in Lebanon that deals with real-time web analytics. And we had a deal with them that we want every single store to have its own account at Khoja, and to be able to help the store owners to see where each client is going to and at what times and such. So why do it work at the end of the day? Why do we feel that it will work? And we don't only feel it, we know it. We know it because, let's say, I'm going to give you a silly example, but if you want to go from Hamra to Ashafi, it's going to take you 2 hours, 3 hours a day. This saving time is important. Being able to buy online at any time, anywhere is very important. Knowing that the new stuff is always online is very important. The convenience itself is very important. So this is how we know for a fact that, hey, it will work. So I'm going to speak a bit about where we are at Mizalla. Mizalla launched actually we've been working for a year now. We launched beta the second week of July, if I'm not mistaken. We are now actually yesterday we had a facelift. And hopefully the third week of November we're going to see the tahiyya. I want to say that in the past year we've learned a lot. I'm going to talk about our mistakes, of course. I'm going to talk about how we were able to, in 1 year only, have around 75 brands and stores. Now, being geeks, we try to have the cool like new phones, new laptops, online. But we started dealing now with clothing, and we started dealing now with female accessories. So in fact, actually the brands on top are not showing for some reason. There was a lot of so actually, we started talking like a month ago with people who entrepreneurs in Lebanon that actually make bags, shoes, jewelry, and such and such. And these people are selling a lot through Mizalla and alone. So we're very proud of this past year. And I can say safely that in the next 2 months, we're going to have 65 more brands. A lot of these brands sell through us as a retailer, but a lot of these brands sell through us as stores. A lot of these brands will have their own stores. By their own stores, I mean, if you go to a Samsung store, for example, it only sells Samsung. The idea behind having the Samsung, let's explain it, the brand store, is we will help every store knowing, we will help every single store to showcase every single most sold item online. And actually that's it. I mean, so now actually there's a movie, Lebanon, well away. So where do we go now? We will launch with ads hopefully by the 3rd week of November. The site now is live, and I can safely say that we're selling a bunch every day. But we're doing so without any ads and with very minimal interface on Facebook and Twitter. We tell people, and we are seeing a lot of traffic. And I'm not kidding, I'm not bragging, we're seeing a lot of traffic. And 50% of them are from Lebanon, which is a big number actually. I also want to say one thing, that Mizalla didn't do this alone actually. Mizalla, the success of Mizalla at this stage is I mean, has to do with the guys, the sites that lets you sell like Groupon, Bonabit, Living Social, and Go Sell, and these guys. I mean, these guys are making a big hype now. And it was easier for us to sneak in. So actually, we've been working for 1 year now. And we're selling fairly, without any ads, and without any in November, in the 3rd week of November, hopefully you will hear a big hype online about Mizalla. The idea is to be able to achieve a number which we have in mind. And this number will help us make our mind if Lebanon is not the only place to be, because the goal is to go in the entire Middle East. I'm talking Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and Kuwait, such and such. And that's it. Actually, we're going to have a Q&A right now. I mean, and I hope you enjoyed my very bad presentation. Actually, this is the thing about these. We work a lot, but we hate to talk. And this is why Seeqnce helps with the PR things and the way you present and the way you make your pitch, sales pitch. So thank you a lot. And I'm going to take the Q&A, Amine. So that's it. Over. What do you study?
How do you make your money?
Right. Actually,
What's the time and cost of land acquisition?
alright. So how we make our money is a very good question. We make our money in two ways. First way is we take a small percentage of the sales. This is normal. But for stores, we take a rent fee. You can say we take a small rent fee every month. So in fact, the idea was if you want to open your own online store, you can do it. It's not hard. It's not hard thing to do. But it would cost you around 50K for the platform, the operation, the management, and you need a lot of time to talk with stores and social. So in fact, we take a small rent fee plus the sales, plus a small fee on every.
So your clients are the business?
Yes. The goal is the small and medium stores. We're talking about Zara, like Mango, for example, clothing. We're talking Sony, Samsung for electronics.
What's the time and cost of acquiring such clients?
Time and cost to acquire from Mizalla B2B, you mean, or B2C?
B2B.
For every single store?
You got the client, you need a salesman, you need
We have it all.
a cab, what do you need? What's the entire cost?
Actually, I do most of the sales in Mizalla. The whole idea was it's not like having only stores online. So we're gonna work with almost every single one of them. So we're gonna do more consultancy and sales. Okay, it's not like you're gonna have your store online and that's it. You sell, you don't sell, we don't care. No, we do care if you sell, we do care if you don't sell. So, and now most of the time it's easier. It's like who you know. We know people that know most of the stores, and that's making it easier to us to bring stores, to bring business. So it's not taking us much time or much money to bring those stores. And we're lucky that most of the stores now they have young people. So when you say we're gonna sell online, okay, they make it easier for us. It's not like know what's the internet. We have small people who do this because like all people they are not really into internet or stuff. It doesn't really take us much time. So on a weekly basis, we were like getting around 1 or 2 stores. Everything works fine. Single week, every single week, 1 store, 2 stores. Now it's easier. Emails. We don't really. I'm not freelancing. So.
What's your expansion timeline in the region?
So actually, the goal is to reach a certain number by the 4th quarter of 2012, and then a year from now. So then we're gonna go outside.
That's the question.
Go ahead, no, we're here for that.
Ah, okay. And do you know which countries you want to go to?
We have a debate now currently inside the company. We have I mean, it's normal where we want to go. They say Egypt is a big market for us, Jordan, where to go first? The idea is to go in 2 or 3 at the same time. This is where we're going to have a round B, you can say, through funds, to be able to open in parallel in 2 to 3. The goal is Egypt, KSA, where we actually have millions of users online, millions of people who have credit cards, millions of people who actually trust to pay online. And this is where, hopefully, inshallah, we're going to go.
Inshallah. Last question. What's the difference between you and the current players? Current players.
Okay, like I said.
Everybody.
Like I said in the beginning, we are not in a software, we're a managed services company. We take care of everything for the store. From taking pictures of every single item. If you go to our website now, we're going to see that every single item, most of it, all the items, it's a high quality website. We made sure, because we've seen a lot of sites in the past that try to make what we're trying to do, but they let every single store to go by themselves and upload their own thing. And we don't want to do this. The idea is to keep some sort of high-level quality in terms of the design, the pictures of every single item. The text will, for every single item, it's not specs only. We don't just put how many grams or the size of the picture. No, we talk about every single item as much as possible. Mainly, Mizalla's complexity comes in the back end, in the registration interface. We made it as simple as possible for our the guys who put every single item, make it fast, swiftly, and as easy as possible. So,
how do you take the items from your customers and how do you deliver them?
all right. So we have 2 deals currently with Lebanon Post and Aramex actually, and we sure that you're gonna have the thing you ordered after 2 days. We say 2 days, in fact you will receive it after 1 day. But you know, Lebanon, so انفجار من home, you never know. So we say online 2 to 3 days, but in fact we will receive it after 1 day.
Actually, that's one of our biggest problems, dealing with suppliers. Dealing with the suppliers was a hassle for us. So unless you sell like millions for them, it's not like gonna be there for you. So sometimes we put like a 2 to 3 days to be on the safe side, but we're usually doing it on the next day. But suppliers are not easy to deal with, especially if you're not selling a big amount of money for them each month.
Does it cost more on Mizalla? For example,
No, never. It's either the same with the delivery or less. But as Haytham said, the dealers control the prices. Most of the item we cannot, if it's from the supplier, we cannot change the price. So you're gonna get your item maybe a little bit less or equal with the delivery. It's not gonna be more expensive when we deliver it to you.
But if the stores control the price, then they might want to increase the price if there's not too much competition on your website right now, and the prices in their stores, the prices online would be higher than the prices in their stores. Would this be a possibility?
No, never. With the agreement, we make sure that every single update, even if they increase or decrease their prices, they should update us with the same day before 2 to 3 days, so we can update our database. So never, unless the supplier doesn't send us its updated price list, but we make sure that we have this.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry, but I'm answer you with one thing. Changing the mentality in Lebanon is very hard. To be able to create a relationship with every store was hard at the beginning. Once they saw that we're selling, how we dealt with them changed a bit. Before it was, and when we talk about prices, yes, we admit that prices in Lebanon are expensive. I mean, for a simple phone, we're paying threefold maybe, I don't know. The mentality will change with time. The mentality will change when they realize that they don't have any cost. They don't rent a big place with electricity and staff. Our fees are really, really small. So we are trying to squeeze the prices as much as possible, and a lot of times these stores are nagging why you make our prices lower, and we're trying to work with them to explain to them that the idea of staying online is because you want things to be cheaper, faster, and right now. So changing the mentality is going to take a bit of time, but step by step, we're going to be there.
just one more question about how you do your money. So you said you have a fixed fee, which is a rental fee, an online cloud rental fee, and you have the commission. it's based on commission. Is it based on the number of sales or the volume of the sales? So basically,
it's classes of volumes. So class A, B, C. So the more you sell, but the biggest problem, and I'm going to share this with everybody who's interested in dealing with Macaulay. We love the guys, but their fees are very high. So they're taking 3% for every single transaction. Are you Macaulay?
Yes. Actually, I work in the e-banking.
All right, perfect. Now I'm going to get up to you right now. So there.
By the way, I personally invited them.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So actually, Macaulay, I mean, they're excellent, but their prices is killing us. To be honest, we know that they charge TC on Alpha, I think 2.75%, but a lot of people buy their phone fees online. So and the promise was that if we sell more, we're gonna lower
No, just about.
Sure, go ahead.
Mention about the online discount rate. It differs from the physical world. You know that in the physical world it's about 1.75, but since it costs us a lot more. So basically, the discount, it varies between 3 and 5%. And if we're giving MTC or another website less than 3%, because it's the kind of the business that we do with them. So less than 3% would make it not profitable actually for the bank. And if you go to any of the competition and payment gateways, whether it is Netcommerce or another one that is currently entering the market, it's also not definitely.
I'm sure. Like everything here in this country, everything is more expensive than it should be.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody. I mean, right now we have a lot of screaming for the Agile and the thing. I mean, there's a reason why the prices are going high. I don't know why it's hopefully we're going to talk. I mean, the more we sell, the more we're going to have sales in the website. I'm sure that we're going to come with an agreement with all the stores as well, and with Macaulay, and with Armax, and with Amazon to all of the prices. Because the goal of buying online is cheap, it's efficient, and it's fast.
Sorry, I have like a couple of questions. Are you handling the stock management on behalf of the retailers?
Actually, yes and no. In fact, we nag over every store to send us their new list every single.
So it's not online, part of this platform.
The problem was integration with every single store. Every single store has its own database, and it was very hard. For every single integration, you need 6 months of work. So we decided, hey, it's not the time. We want to start. So what we're doing is that we're nagging. We have people that nag over the phone to get every 3-4 days the new prices.
And how are you managing, for example, the stock? What if
Things don't money at this stage. There's no other way. We did all the work before. We went to big stores like Virgin. We had a long meeting with these guys, and the integration was just simply impossible from their end. Okay. So.
They're going to be part of Mizalla, Virgin?
We'll see.
Okay. So hopefully things will work out, right? And they expect, at least I would expect, when things work out, it will be something like a snowball effect, right? Because people will start. So my question is actually a bit into the future. One, how do you expect to handle scale, right? So you're saying you go take pictures, etc. This is what's going to guarantee high quality site. But then when you're starting to have 100 or 200 customers every day, how do you intend to handle that? And, well, just two, so you can answer them the way you like. Number two, how do you intend to handle customer complaints? Specifically when you get delivered something and maybe this is not what you want. How are you going to be working with the...
So, first of all, in terms of scaling, so, see, I've worked my entire life in big ISPs. I know scaling, and scaling is important. We made in terms of the website, if you go to Mizalla, you see it's pretty fast. We made sure that for Lebanon, the internet is horrible. We made sure that the website is fast enough. And it's scalable not because we did it from scratch. We did not install Magento and OpenCart and be limited with their. We started the scaling from ground zero. For this, scaling the operations, this is one topic which we're safe for one simple reason. We have one guy in the office who's a neat guy. He's a neat asshole. I'm sorry for the word. He makes sure the quality of every single item is done the right way. And we have staff actually. I mean, Mizalla has funds right now, and we employ people to take care of every single thing. This is why I said every single store, if they have around 300 SKU, for example, because if you want to start with Mizalla, you're going to have a maximum of 300 items, and then you grow. But if you have 300 SKU, it will take you 3 weeks, because in these 3 weeks we have people that make sure that every single item has the right text for it, the right image, and it all goes through this one guy who we love, and he makes sure that every single item is done with a high level of quality.
Just to add, we might in the future give some business the interface to add their own product, but we do the administration. We check if the product is, picture is good enough, the description is what we want. We might give this if we see that we cannot control it anymore, or we cannot do it ourselves anymore. That's mainly how we're gonna.
I mean, I can imagine, 3 or 4 months down the road, the new customers, your new customers would not want to put something that is lower quality than their competitors.
Exactly, we're gonna teach them if you want, teach them what we want, and hopefully they will help us in putting their own product just to be faster, to put things online faster. Like they send it to us today, it's gonna be online tomorrow or within a week. That's what we're hoping, and but we're not sure if it's feasible with the Lebanese market.
Yeah.
See, the goal was from the beginning not to end up like eBay. eBay, if you go there, everybody can put his own pictures. I mean, it looks horrible. Okay, the site is amazing, but the quality of everything is really bad. And we saw some websites in Lebanon, which I'm not going to name. I'm sorry, but the quality of the picture, I mean, the picture, okay, I keep on repeating pictures, yes. The picture is the most important thing, because once you see the thing that you want, plus you're sold, more or less. So
you're looking more like the stores on Amazon.
The stores on Mizalla, if you want. Let's say we're gonna have our own stores.
I mean, technically, stores are non-existent on Amazon, but you can sell through them.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
But because they're huge, so they cannot deal with everything. So, but in this market, we know that it's going to grow to a certain point. It's going to still. So we made sure from the beginning that when we reach this point, we're skilled enough to ensure that the quality is as fair as it is right now.
Just one more thing. As Haytham said, the guy is so picky. Okay, even if I or anyone adds a picture that like he removes it, or we have to do it, and our main focus is convenience. I don't know if anybody knows Craigslist.
Yeah.
It's the worst website ever, but it's like number 10 in the States and number 36 in the world, and it's like crap. Sorry.
Why is it the worst website ever?
At the interface.
It's very simple. It's not the worst website ever.
No, actually it is.
I
love it. I love the website, but it's not simple. It's like an Excel sheet. It's like an Excel sheet. No, it's like people wants to see what they are buying.
It's not pretty. But
It's okay. It's not pretty. Okay.
Sorry, who bears the liability in case, for example, the product was not delivered the right way, or if it was damaged? Is it the customer or you or the merchant or Aramex?
It depends. It depends if it's defective from the supplier or the store. I mean,
How do you assess? How do you judge?
Okay.
Which brings me back to this question about the context, by the way.
which I forgot to answer. This was a big thing that we thought about. There are three parties dealing with three parties. So we want to make sure that when Lebanon Post or Amex go to the store to pick up the item, he has to make sure that the item is correct. Now, this is very hard. So the second thing is if he receives it, the idea is that for every single order, we call every single guy. We make sure that he asked for this.
For this product, yeah, but I'm talking about the time of delivery.
Okay, on time of delivery, you have a return
policy
window of 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. Which, if the mistake is from us, we will pay for it. We will be liable. If the mistake is from the store, then we give it to the store. It's really simple after all of thinking.
Just two quick questions. To go back, Maurice, yeah? He asked a question about what's your cost of user acquisition for merchants. What about customers? I mean, like consumers. B2C. I mean, do you have an email list? Like, how do you actually grow that user base? You said you have high traffic, but I'm curious, how did you get that traffic?
What we did from the beginning was from day one, we had a blog. And we were very active on Facebook and so we made sure that we talked with the people who shop online. We talked to bloggers, we talked to people who buy online, we talked to stores, and we were actually on Naharnet, and we were on Nahar. And we made sure that we created some sort of small hype from the beginning. And we worked a lot on the SEO of the website. The SEO of the website is so good, and I'm not bragging, that, I mean, we're receiving, yeah, it's smooth. We're receiving a lot of people from Lebanon who we actually didn't communicate with in the first place. So how it happened, it's secret. But we work a lot on the SEO, on the blogging.
Another question, what's your breakdown credit card versus cash on delivery payments? What percentage?
Actually, not sure.
It's almost
the same?
almost the same.
50-50.
Almost.
Actually, if you want to have like a small silly thing to know, people who are getting stuff from Lebanon and Tripoli, these guys, we expected them to pay on door. They are the guys who are paying online. In Beirut, most of them. In Beirut, a lot of people are paying on credit. I don't know why. I mean, we thought.
Because their cost for cash on delivery is very high. It's like $6 more. If they're buying a small good,
If they're buying.
$7 for the trip they're saying, I don't know, cash on delivery.
No, it's for free.
You're eating the cost of cash on delivery.
There's no cost of cash on delivery.
No, we have a deal with Aramex.
Well, that's not very good.
The consumer doesn't
No,
pay.
no.
Okay.
Doesn't pay anything.
But that hits your margins quite a bit.
Actually, what we get from Aramex, it's quite good as a deal.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we spent 1 year of hard work with these guys to make sure that because the price thing was important. We know that it will not work if the prices are very high. So we worked hard to make as much cheap deals with everybody. We did.
So you're accepting two methods, credit card online and on delivery. But isn't it risky a bit to accept on delivery? Yeah, because you might have many customers who
This is why we actually call every single person and make sure that it's a real person and it's not a bot trying to buy stuff online, because we received a lot of weird people. We make sure that we call every single guy, we make sure where he lives, and this is what he ordered. And the first time, if it fails, if actually he went and he didn't want it at the end, it's something, it's his ban. I mean, the banning is not really efficient because you can change your name.
I'm sorry, another question. Are you facing problems or conflicts?
Fraud?
No, not fraud. Definitely not.
I have a lot of questions, man. I have a lot of questions.
No, problems of shipping rates, the shipping charges. Are customers complaining about these?
Like I said, we have a good deal from Armax and Lima Post.
I mean online, when they are buying online.
Yes. What did you mean?
Because when you are purchasing online, you want to ship the goods that you are via Aramex or Lima Post. This is also free.
No,
This is $3 up to 5 kilos.
Okay.
But what we're trying to do is reduce the price like to $3, and so it's gonna be equal to the item in the store. So it's plus or minus, it's free. So it's gonna reach your house the same price from the store. That's we reduce our margin, our percentage
Considerably.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask, sir, you guys ask questions? People around us there, sorry.
Don't be shy.
Okay. This is like a personal question we've dealt with, like we've been thinking about, so I'm asking the same. Have you considered doing in-house delivery solutions, not using Aramex, not using a partner? Hire some.
Actually, we thought a bit of it, but not now. We're considering it for the future.
You see with the Lima Post and Armax, the good thing is they have hubs everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's much faster. We tried the and the problem is that you are responsible for the guy who's on the bike. If he falls and dies, it's your fault. It's his fault. So it's a big risk. It's a big risk from the start. But like Amine and I said, we try to reduce our margin as much as possible to be able to offer the shipping. I'm not going to say it transparently for free, because he sees the price of every shipping. But we reduced our prices and the margin to make sure that at least every single item he buys is almost or cheaper than the price if we go.
Actually, some stores wanted the customers to have their items for free, so they gave us more percentages or stuff, but make sure that our product we ship for free.
Do you show that online, saying that this is comparing?
We will actually work on the facelift, which was released yesterday. Will have this retailer price struck out, and then lower price. We should show.
Actually, for the time being, you don't have a lot of stores.
Actually, we do.
Brands.
No, brands, stores. Avalanche of Ticket Vision and
actually,
Lebanese designers.
no, actually, we have a lot in queue. The idea was to make the new facelift, which we released yesterday, but be sure that by the end of this year we're gonna have at least 20 stores online, and
you can put them already as in gray as the brands.
we don't want to do that for now because some people will come and steal our ideas and steal the lines. We don't want to do this right now.
It's between us and the stores. Some stores just don't want to show right now.
What's the pricing strategy with the stores? So how do you, like, how much do you charge the store? You said a little bit for the renting. Well, can you give me an idea?
I can't really talk about this right now.
Okay.
If you want to meet.
No, but my question is that if you would a store that says changes its stock every 3 months is going to cost you much more than a store that doesn't change its static and doesn't change much. So, like I'm giving an example. Like, if you want to sell jeans, you said, right? I don't know, as a day from Mango and Zara and stuff, they change every 3 months, 4 months.
3, 4 months. Yeah. So we have fees for every single
kind of stuff.
exactly. So stores who sell things that will change every 2, 3 months higher than things that or cheaper, things that are gonna be changed every single 6 months. So every single type of store has its own fee. We make sure that to ensure a very high quality, we make sure from the beginning. That's why we spent 1 year to work on all of this backend and launch. Please go ahead.
In fact, you were discussing about or how you want to overcome the people resistance, mainly in Lebanon, for the shopping experience. We have one thing which is creating a nice image or a nice looking site. The question here is to overcome the shopping. You know, it's more about shopping experience when people go to shop because they are looking about the shopping experience. They go, they can touch things in their hands, they can try things. So how are you going to overcome this? Knowing that why it didn't work before in Lebanon, at least one of the causes, because Lebanon is so small. You can go from Beirut to North within less than 2 hours, while in the States it worked much faster, or it was a success in the States because distances are long, and two, because another business used to exist before the online sales. They used to order by phone. For example, Amazon, it was a different business with different thing, but by phone.
Okay. Let's say at the beginning, a mistake we did was to put things that people need to feel and touch in the beginning. So laptops, for example, phones. You know what you want. You know that you want the new Samsung. You know that you want the new iPhone. You don't see it in the beginning because you've heard a lot of reviews in the beginning. So focusing as much as possible on things that people are going to buy online is important for us. If you go online now, you're going to see a bit of things that I need to see. I need to watch to see a TV physically because we have the TVs online and these are not being sold at all. The issue with a TV, for example, you need to see the image and then pay for it. So what we're doing right now is resorting everything we have and refocusing the stores and making sure that the brands, for example, the brands and the things that they're going to sell are things that are going to be sold easily online.
What about?
I'm sorry. Is it fair enough for the question of an answer for you?
No, I didn't know exactly what are those brands. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
We will be focusing, actually we will be selling everything. We will be focusing on stuff that you need to buy like monthly, like, I don't know, cosmetics, things that you don't need to see. Some people, like you said, in the state, it might be in the same region and they just go, it's the culture. They just go online, purchase it, and it's at your door. And now, especially in Lebanon, like we all work from 8 to 5 or to 6, and no one wants to go shopping, especially guys. Girls, we're counting on you actually to buy from our side. So we're gonna have more items that you need. You don't like your perfume, you know it. So you're just gonna go get it, and it's gonna be delivered to you next day or the day after. And we say we were gonna try to change the mentality. So you're gonna see Mizalla everywhere. In the stores, they're gonna say that Mizalla is selling our products. You don't have to come to our store anymore. We're gonna try to change the mentality, how people think, and just we're hoping to.
With respect to that problem, if you have a mobile app with QR code services, etc., location services, then generally you can touch the product and then just scan the code.
Actually, the idea is being worked on right now, and I talked with a friend here who hopefully is going to help me with it. But yes, I mean, scanning a barcode and a QR barcode is very important. But again, we're going to try to focus on things that you already easily buy online. You know?
Because more and more people are using phones.
We're gonna add lots of features in the future. We have thought of everything. If you want.
Since you have a certain nice quick search engine, you should have an intelligent agent who will tell you your preferences.
Just quick answer. QR codes will not be able to do it because usually when you scan it, you need to have your credit card on the phone that memorize it so you could buy it.
No.
Like South Korea.
The idea would be to scan the QR code and it will be added to your card on Mizalla online, so you go back home and you.
Yes, this means double task. يعني بمرة أنا وماشي ومرة أنا بالبيت. So.
But you might get a special deal if you do it. We were thinking of it.
The mentality is very hard here. You have no data. Things are not being tried here, so you have to choose things. Things might fail, things might succeed, but you will not. It's very easy to talk, but you will not know if this, for example, this is a feature. But you never know if it's going to work out or not.
Can I just make, sorry, for example, sorry to like plug, but on our app, the Living Social app, our card is saved on file, so it is very possible to do one-click buying. You can scan a QR code and buy it. If your card is saved on file, it solves the problem.
Like the Amazon app.
Exactly. You buy one scan.
Yes, but the difference is that we don't save credit cards, so we will not save credit cards.
Why not?
We don't have a law for
because I really had a very bad experience personally.
I just bought from
We're going to make it work the best way. We're going to think of it.
What if you do a deal with Audi before printing out cards, and then you save those?
On your platform, you cannot store any data actually. It's against laws, yes.
And by the way, which law?
We don't actually law for transaction. And merchant cannot store electronic or credit cards data on this.
Unless they're PCI compliant.
Exactly, which is a long process that usually
and plus, people will not trust, especially in the region. Now, if I'm going to store my credit card in Mizalla, who's Mizalla, you know?
No, but
I know Bank
I
trust Bank still. But once I'm going to pay for my things, it will take me to the Bank site, and I'm going to put my credit card in
each time around.
It's a hassle, yes. Is it worth it? Yes.
I buy from Amazon, and I know that
Amazon is by American laws, not by Lebanese.
So have an offshore, for example, and then
Josh, just for the sake of managing time, if you have a direct question, ask it. If it's the type of question where there's a Q&A. I mean, you guys can chat as much as you want. Well, almost as much as you want afterwards. I'm going to kick you out in a bit. So, yes.
You said that you have a good number of transactions happening.
Sorry?
You just said that you have a good number of transactions happening. Can you just give us an overview on the profiles? Just the profile, gender, age of these customer residents?
25, 34. Check Alexa.
Okay, or actually, if
25, 34 is a good number.
If you don't want to answer this, like, who is your audience? Are they residents or non?
There are a million people from Lebanon. 1.2 million, I think. 1.3 million residents.
Facebook is quite different from.
I know. But a lot of these, I mean, the idea is to reach for people who can pay here. Because people, also the idea is to reach people who are Lebanese but live abroad and they want to
send a gift.
The gift to the mother. For example, back in the days when 4 years ago when I was in Saudi Arabia, I used to send my mom, for example, flowers every single. It was very expensive. I used to pay $80 for some flowers. I used to pay for it, you know? Exactly. Because I was living in Saudi Arabia, so I was making money. So $80 for me is. But living in Lebanon is very hard. Okay, I'm living in Lebanon now, and things are expensive. Really expensive.
One more question? Or are we done?
Do you give warranties for your electronic devices?
Every single store has its own warranty, and every item it's said this is a 1 year warranty, 2 years international warranty.
If the device is damaged, will you re-deliver it to the supplier?
We take care of everything for you.
Okay, another question.
We have this option. If you want to take it, you can take it. If you don't want to take it, we can handle it for you.
Your price is according to the Lebanese market or the outside worldwide market? Lebanese, like the iPhone 4 is about $600 and here is $1,000.
I'm gonna be. Last week.
We don't do amhas or class.
No, not just
we just the authorized dealers.
difference between prices between outside and here is a lot.
I know. Where, for example?
Like Europe, you can buy a thing in like 500 and here it's about 1,000.
There is authorized dealers for everything. We cannot just ship stuff from Europe. There, if you want to get something, there is shirfan tawil. We cannot over.
Only from retail stores?
Mainly yes. It's like it's a mode. We're gonna have a mode online.
Okay, so customs of feedback.
That should be your
First off, a big. I won't take much of your time, I promise. What? The cameras. Oh, the cameras. So first of all, I thought that was a very, very good presentation. And in my opinion, one of the reasons that it was is that I know Haytham, and he comes from a technical background, and I come from a technical background. And when he told me about Mizalla, immediately because of my background, I thought, okay, the platform, Magento, etc. But if you've noticed, he spent the entire time not talking about anything related to technology. He talked about the business of Mizalla. For everyone who's an entrepreneur, who wants to be an entrepreneur, it's not about, we launched some amazing platform. It's about how much time they spend on the smaller details. Even though Lebanon is small, they use one Audi, learning about the customer, the various types, within Beirut, outside Beirut, etc. So this is a very, very important point. And this always comes down to the idea that at Seeqnce always push, which is you have to implement things properly. It's about the execution. It's like we're doing a startup competition in November. And anybody can apply. And even though people will have to build a working prototype, it's not called the hackathon. It's called the execution. First of all, because it sounds really cool to say the execution. And second of all, because it's really about that. So this is really an important thing.
I just want to add one thing, that no one cares if you use Linux or Windows, or no one cares if you use PHP or Perl. They don't care. No one cares except yourself.
No one cares if you use
No one cares. Only you and yourself will know that what you use. You have to remove this geek ego from yourself for a year or two. Make sure that business is there, because at the end of the day, you're selling something. You want money to be able to survive. If you are an entrepreneur, my advice is people don't care what you use. Just make it work nicely and neatly. The keyword is neat, being simple and thinking.
A few good things. Seeqnce is a place where you're always welcome, but I actually like to say you're not really welcome because you're already home at Seeqnce.
That's a tagline, man. I don't know how it comes up with this shit.
In terms of the things that we like to love to do, for example, a few weeks back we did a technical session where Ruby on Rails was introduced via Costa, who is the Ruby godfather of Lebanon, if you want. But he's not that one, so don't worry about that. And what you say, the important thing that Seeqnce is going on community. So after that, we decided, okay, we're going to promote the Ruby community in Lebanon, the Ruby on Rails, and they can come and hang out at Seeqnce. We have a whole bunch of plans for people to hang out in this community space. So I highly recommend that you first fill up the recommendation form, because we are learning things, we're a startup ourselves. And two, have brochures outside, and be sure to check them out in terms of how we can really benefit and use the space that we want as a group, as individuals, to work during the day, to work at night, etc. So by all means, go for it, try it, start using the space. The space is here for you. All right?
Thanks for coming. I invited a few key people here, primarily because I knew they would be harassed in the audience. Okay. Fadi got it all down. The one thing I'd like to add is, remember, you are all welcome to submit your startup, your whatever, for one of these sessions. So if you have an idea, if you have a project, if you're going through something that you would like community feedback on, We have, I think, 4 different types of events that we do for free for entrepreneurs. One is called the Naked Startup Series, which is when you fuck up big time, where we don't censor anything here. We help you show the world how you fucked up. The second thing is startup intervention. When you're halfway through something and you're kind of getting lost, okay, the intervention comes in and jolts you and gives you an understanding of what the community wants and how they see what you're doing. We have the launch, which is this people who are doing great, okay, and they want to just put the name out there, access the community, and then since we put everything on YouTube, actually on Vimeo, access an even bigger community. And the final thing is the tech ninjas, which we're going to maybe do a business ninjas or design ninjas at some point. But effectively, lots of problems arise here from the fact that a lot of expertise is not really expertise. Everybody knows PHP, everybody knows Java, everybody, but nobody really knows it. Nobody really knows how to take it to the next level where it's a fully functional implementation. So that we can help it. So if anyone of you thinks you're an expert or a guru, or if you don't, but you would like us to do a session around a particular technology or a particular platform, let us know. Maybe we'll find an expert or guru to give it to you. Okay. And that's about it. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you.